Cut it. Cut it. We ain't having that. I know I let it run a little bit. I was about to cut it before, but then I had to take a pee. So I took a pee. And I stood at the door after I took a pee and, flushed the toilet and everything, washed my hands. And I looked at the mic, I looked at the moment, and I came here and I cut this down. I hope you enjoyed that intro because you might not get it that long for a long time. That's why I kind of let it run. It's like, you know what, let me let it run because we're not going to see the Knicks again till like next year in March. So we better enjoy this little bit because I don't think we're going to get much of this intro music because there's going to be a lot of cutting in the future. Both music-wise, intro-wise, heat-wise, roster-wise. Heat Cultura, Heat Cultura, Heat Cultura, Heat Cultura, Heat Cultura, Heat Cultura, Heat Cultura. Heat Cultura. Cultura. I'm studiomogura. However you say it, that's how you say it. Sorry, I fucked it up. Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. Now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I just gotta do it right. I'm still 4 games in. I'm rusty like the Heat. I am studiomogura. Studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the Cashapp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my animated pilot. And also help fund this studio and keep it going. It keeps the lights on. Keeps the cats fed. I have 2 cats. Help feed my cats, please. Check out my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. A chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically the story of me, myself as a raver, going to this crazy rave called Full Moon Nights that used to take place in Miami. Based on a true story. Mature audiences only. Check out my second novel, out tomorrow. 9 years in the making. Hell in Heels. The story of a man helping another man being attacked by a gang of women in tight leather outfits with their tits out, riding crazy-ass fast R1 motorcycles down empty highways, being chased by drag queens with hairy asses and shotguns. Mature audiences only. Check out autotaco.com, my comic shop. We're getting there. We're getting there. I promise you. I got a new comic. I'm looking at it. I haven't even opened it yet. Well, I got to do that. And, we're getting there. Check out my TeePublic with all my t-shirt designs, including the official Heat Cultura t-shirt. And then also check out my El Topo playlist. I think that's the YouTube playlist, which has my entire discography dating back from 1999 up until last year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Also, check out the playlist on Spotify. Just search up El Topo Miami or PMCRW for the PM crew. Also, check out my Bandcamp, eltopomiami.bandcamp.com. That's where I want you to buy all my music because there I get the most cut. So please, support. Seriously, go out and buy my new book. That's what I really need. I need people to go out and buy my new book, Hell in Heels, available on Amazon. The Barnes & Noble hardcover will appear next year in 2025. I just wanted to make sure I got this shit out this year. Like, I had to. Apologies if there's any mistakes that you find, but I edited it myself. I kind of skipped like 10 pages because I just couldn't fucking deal with that shit no more. I'm going to be real with you. But it also includes awesome original sketches by me. I wanted to look sketchy. I didn't want to look perfect. Some of them are kind of a little bit more better finished than other drawings, but for the most part, I wanted to keep this sketchy kind of look to it. So please check it out. And also, I almost forgot. As well as tomorrow, my Hell and Heels is coming out in both Kindle and paperback. Full Moon Nights, the book that I mentioned before about the rave, it's never been available on Kindle before, and tomorrow it's available on Kindle for the first time. So I highly recommend you try and get that too as well, please. Two great books coming out tomorrow for Halloween, so go ahead and snag that early, and then spend your time reading some crazy ass shit. Those are really small books. They're not like 300-400 pages, man. These Helen Heels is like 267 or 257 or something, and Full Moon Nights is just a little bit above 200 pages. So those are really small, quick novella books that are meant for you to just sit down and bang out in one night, or not even, maybe even a couple of hours if you're a fast reader. Okay, so thank you very much for your support, and we're done. Not with the show, not with everything. We're just done with the ads. How we do it. And this is where the show begins. This is where we step into the hellscape that is the Miami Heat right fucking now. Because I love this team. I love everybody on it. I think we have a great team. But we ain't good. This ain't a good team. That's for sure. Proven to me right now. What did I tell you at the beginning of the season in the first game? That when we lost to Orlando, which we should have never lost to, we ain't the kind of team that loses to Orlando. And then to lose to Orlando, and now to the Knicks. And wow, you kind of, if you really think about it, kind of barely beat. Could have lost to both Detroit and the Charlotte if, some shit hadn't bounced our way. It wasn't a real blowout. It wasn't like, oh, we beat Charlotte and the Pistons in a way that, well, we're a lot better than them. We ain't better than the Knicks. We ain't. Not anymore. We were last year by a little bit, but now that they have Karl Anthony Towns, which I totally forgot about, to be honest with you. I was like, why is he on this team? I was like, oh, that's right. And now we got a problem. We got a problem with the Knicks because now Bam, you saw how Bam was. Bam was non-existent. Bam was gone. Karl Anthony Towns ate him up. Ate him up. And you see Bam he's just not there. Nobody's there in this team. This team right now is in a fog. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't even fucking switched it. God damn it. There we go. This team is in a fog. This team they're kind of ghosting it right now. Cruising like they usually do. And I expected a lot more from this team. I expected this team to just be miles ahead of what they were last year. I wanted this team to be more assertive, more like, no, we're not going to fuck around. We're just going to come in. We're going to do the work. But no. We know this now. I told you before in the first fucking game, after that first fucking loss, that was such a bad loss to Orlando that you look at the schedule and you see that they don't really have anything. They don't have really, really fucking good teams. Like, talking about fucking teams that are probably going to win the championship or vie for the championship. They don't have those guys until they go out west. The Knicks, at that moment, I knew they were like a playoff team, but I didn't see them as a threat because mainly I forgot that Karl Anthony Towns was on there. But even with Karl Anthony Towns, I think I would have been like, yeah, sir. Well, I'm sure it's going to be hard, but I still think we'll come out on top. But right now, I don't see that. I don't see that urgency at all. And I know it's like, oh, well, why would they have the urgency? It's like, the fourth game out of like 80 and shit. And I'm like, don't give me that crap. Because last year, we saw that they missed the fucking playing game by like one game. They would have had like one win. We would not have gotten the play-in game. It's fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it's like an East win. It doesn't matter if it's our conference. No. The NBA is not like the NFL in that way. The NBA, it's all about how many wins you have. You just have to stack up those wins. That's what really counts. And it's already apparent that this team is not as good as a big chunk of the East anymore. that nobody fears this team anymore, and that I don't think this team is capable of beating anybody of real significance. I told you before, go back and look at our record and everybody we've beaten, going back to last year's All-Star break. We beat no one. We beat the Knicks, we beat Pelicans, and we beat Cleveland. And do you want Atlanta? You want that? You want an Atlanta? No, I'm not giving you that because that's like nothing. Same thing as like basically just farting. There's no reason to be like, or anything, because this is the 6th year. We're mature about this. This is a mature team. This is not a baby team. This is not a team of children. This is not a team of rookies. This is not a team that's like they've never been in a situation before. No. They've been in every situation that you could possibly imagine. And they're coming out completely flat. You're talking about them fucking being 8-8. You're talking about them ending like 40-40, either missing it or making the playing game by one or 2 games. Not being able to get another week off, and then we end up playing the fucking the Boston Celtics again and getting our asses kicked again. That's what we're looking at. We're looking just like a repeat of last year. Absolute mirror image of last year, for sure. There's no reason not to play hard in this Knicks game. There's no reason. Like, don't give me like, oh, well, it's still early and we're still trying to get our groove in and all this kind of shit. Don't give me that. We needed to be coming out of the gates right away. Because what happened last year is that Boston stacked up a bunch of early-ass wins and got a big-ass lead early. And then we spent the whole year everyone trying to catch up to them. They took advantage of how everybody comes out early and people are flat. People don't want to do anything. People don't want to really play hard. People are like, still getting in shape. And we're not doing that. They're taking advantage of us. We're not taking advantage of the rest of the league. You saw it. Whole game in a fog. Whole game like Hero. I kind of don't want to just get into like, okay, individual people who are going to go after just yet. I kind of wanted to rant a little bit more, but fuck it. Hero was the only one that was really, really locked in. And let me tell you, man, like, Hero, he really stepped up in skill, because before there were a lot of times that he drove to the basket and, against 2 guys, and last year he would have gotten fucking killed. He would have gotten blocked. He would have gotten totally just, destroyed. But this year so far, he's been killing it going to the basket. He's been faster than people. He's been getting that shot in. He's been able to get the shot up, and it's been going in consistently. All the games he's played. Another consistent guy, Terry Rozier. I have to give it to you. Like, Terry Rozier, he drives me crazy, but today he won me over for sure. And he won me over in that, he'll suck all game, but you know what he's been doing in every game this season so far? All 4 of them. In the fourth quarter, he shows up. In the fourth quarter, he has had big-ass threes in all of the games. You know who hasn't had any fucking big-ass threes? Why do I gotta say his name again, bro? Like, I generally feel bad saying his name again. And I generally feel bad going after him every single fucking show, man. I really do. I really fucking hate doing it, bro, because I actually like him, man. I like him, dude. And he's got a lot of talent, man. He's got a lot of ability. Like, if he would just kind of be just more assertive, he would be a great player. He could be on the level of Hero almost, dude, of like somebody who's just got that kind of confidence, man. But this guy is, and I'm tired of waiting, bro. Like, I'll wait with everybody else on this motherfucking goddamn team, bro. I don't want to wait with this guy no more. I don't want to even say his name, man. I don't want to say his name. You saw it clear as day today. You saw it. I'm not being an asshole, dude. This is just an actual critique of a person's skill playing this game. And it's not even a critique of his skill, like saying that he's bad. It's just saying, you know what, he's not fitting into our program. No matter how much you want to try and force it, it's not working with him. No matter how many times we think that, bro, he only has the Heat records because he's the guy that we chose to fucking take these shots, man. If it was anybody else, they'd have the same fucking record. We should have never gotten rid of man with the fucking golden arm. Man with the golden arm would have had the fucking record. She's a fan of man with the golden arm. Yeah. It's tough, man, because you got to go after Duncan Robinson after this game. Duncan Robinson was a clear issue. I mean, in just that little moment that he had before the half where he fucked everything up and he got saved by a Waquez fucking like dunking shit. Waquez, I give him leeway because Waquez plays fucking hard, man. That guy plays hard and he gets in there, but he just misses it. You know, he's in the fucking funk that we've seen a lot of our previous players in, where they get to the basket and they shoot it and it just kind of rolls off. They get a great shot, they shoot it, and it's gonna kind of about to go in, and then bounces back out. Like, just, we've seen that with Wade, we've seen that with Butler, we've seen that with Bam. All the great players that we have are like that. They've gone through a moment like that. So that's why I don't mind giving Waquez the, you know, I'll give him space because he actually tries. He tries to take a shot. Duncan Robinson does not try to take shots. Duncan Robinson has to have like a red carpet and I don't know what he needs to have anymore, bro. He needs to have a lobotomy, dude. Fuck that shit. Right in the middle of the court. Cause damn, bro, like what are we doing here? Exactly. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I mean, why are you going to play him next game? Why are you going to waste minutes on him? Like, waste minutes on somebody else, bro. Drew Smith was doing great, man. You saw Drew Smith was doing good. And what happened to Drew Smith for the rest of the game? Gone. Disappeared. Didn't even give him a shot. Like, that third quarter, like, we this is another thing that comes back to haunt us from last year. We had this problem. Last year, man. The last 3-4 years, bro, it's been the same thing of us just being terrible in the third quarter. That's a for sure deal. You know it's gonna happen. You know it's like it's clockwork, man. You gotta shake this team up, bro. I hate saying that after experiencing all the fucking bullshit with the Jets. But you gotta do something with this team, man, to make motherfuckers realize, hey, this isn't a game, bro. It's a game, but it's not a game. Okay? It's a game for fans, but it ain't a game for you. It's a game. It was a game like in college and shit, but now it's not. Now you gotta work. Because I'm telling you, man, you gotta get rid of Duncan Robinson, bro. Maybe he'll do better somewhere else, dude. Maybe he'll have the greatest career somewhere else. But he ain't having that shit here. It ain't happening, man. You understand? It ain't happening. No matter how much we want it to, no matter how much we wish it, it ain't happening, dude. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. That's all I can say. That's all I'm just gonna repeat for the rest of the fucking 30 minutes. It's just not gonna happen. Because this team right now is not gonna happen. This team is not gonna bring it up. 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 Up. Here we go. I'll tell you right fucking now. Book it, bro. Ready for the book it? Oh, of course we're gonna win in Mexico against the Wizards, because I imagine that crowd's gonna be very pro Heat, not very pro Washington D.C. Okay, it's Mexico. Get the fuck out of here. We're losing against the Kings. I think Kings are gonna come down here and kick our ass. So goodbye to that game. Then we're going to go to the Suns. Goodbye to that game. Nuggets. Goodbye to that game. Timberwolves. Goodbye to that game. We're gonna go on a four game losing streak, for sure. We'll win against the Pistons. We'll lose the first NBA Cup group stage, whatever the fuck shit is. We're gonna lose that Pacer game. We'll win the next Pacer game, because we're gonna be like, fuck, we've lost too many games. We gotta start picking it up. We'll lose that Pacer game. I mean, we'll win that one. And then we'll play the 76ers, and we'll lose the 76ers. We'll lose to the Mavericks, lose to the Bucks. We'll win against the Hornets, win against the Raptors, win against the Raptors again. We'll lose against the Celtics, lose to the Lakers, lose to the Suns. Cavaliers will win. Thunder will lose. Magic, maybe we'll win the Magic to get them back. Maybe we'll win the Nets. We'll play the Magic again at Orlando. We'll lose that game right after Christmas. Hawks will win. Rockets will win. Pelicans will win. Pacers will win again. Jazz will win. Kings, we might win at Kings. It'll just be weird. We'll end up winning that game. Warriors will lose. Oh, we might win that Warriors game just because, you know. But then we'll play the Jazz again and lose to the Jazz because we'll be at the Jazz. We'll be at Trailblazers. Maybe we'll win that game, maybe. Clippers, we're losing that. Lakers, we're losing that. Nuggets, we're losing that. Spurs, we're going to lose that. Trailblazers, again, we'll win it. Then Bucks, maybe we'll win the Bucks, and they'll be like, oh, my God. And then we'll win the Nets. We'll play the Magic again, probably lose. No, we'll win against the Magic, and then we'll lose against the Cavs. Lose against the Spurs. Bulls, maybe that's a win. 76ers are the loss. Nets, that's going to be a loss. Celtics loss. Thunder loss. Mavericks loss. Raptors win. Bucks again loss. Hawks win. Hawks again win. Pacers again win. Knicks again finally, and we'll win that game. Then we'll win against the Wizards. Lose at the Cavs. Lose at home against Timberwolves. Win against home against the Bulls. Win against the Hornets. We'll lose to the Clippers when they come visit us. We'll lose to the Celtics when they come here. We'll lose to the Grizzlies when we go over there. We'll lose to the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. We'll win against the Pistons. Sorry, I clicked on the thing. What was that? We'll lose in Madison Square. Win against the Pistons. Win against the Rockets. Hornets. Maybe Warriors will win because it'll be here, but probably not. We'll win against the Hawks. We'll lose against the 76ers at 76ers. We'll win against the Wizards. Maybe lose that game. Lose against the Celtics. Lose against Grizzlies. Lose against Bucks. Lose against 76ers. Win against the Bulls. Win against at Pelicans. And then win at home against the Wizards to close it out on the 13th. So, whatever that fucking is at the end, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be enough to get into the playoffs. It's not going to be enough. And you saw. No wins against really good teams. Every team that you can consider, oh, that's a playoff team or that's a team vying for a playoff, they're going to beat us. We're not good enough. We're not. You want to prove me wrong? Okay, well, fucking, go on a 10-game winning streak. Prove me wrong. Make me look foolish, by all means. Make me look like a fool. I don't care. But I'm pretty sure you ain't going to fucking put no 10, 13, 15-game winning streak. You ain't going to do nothing like that. You're not that kind of team. You're not the kind of team that maybe you do a 4. Maybe. Right now, you're like a 2-game winning streak team. If we're lucky. It is so disappointing to realize this. Just how bad this team is. And you know that this team, there's no way this team's gonna make any noise this year unless they make a humongous move and get somebody to. They can't lose anybody of. They have to lose people who aren't contributing. They gotta get rid of Duncan Robinson, man, and just find somebody else that just can make a couple more threes than him. Because he's never gonna change. He's never gonna get better. I mean, we're 6 years in this shit, bro. It's just, come on. It's tough to hang on to like this guy and want to keep. Okay, let's keep going with him for another 6 years. I don't know about that. I don't think I can do that. Can you do that? I can't. Hell no. Hell no. I don't want to do that. So, I don't know, man. Jimmy has to step up big time. Bam has to step up big time. Everybody but Hero. That's it. You want to do it short and sweet? Everybody but Hero. Hero is the only one that came out of the gates this season. Everybody else is pretty much snoring it. Give more time to Drew Smith. Give more time to other guys. Throw in some rookies in there. See what happens, but don't waste any more time with Duncan Robinson, man. You can't do that anymore, bro. We can't give that guy minutes anymore. Can't. It's too much of our liability, both on defense and offense. Just huge liability on offense. My God. That guy we should have. The 10 points we lost by are the 10 points that he's supposed to score. It's just like that. It's that simple. The 10 points we lost by is the 10 points that he is supposed to score. Or 11 or 12, whatever the fuck. Jimmy también, man. Jimmy's not scoring. Bam, not scoring. These guys aren't. That's why I'm saying, man, they're all in a fog. And it's kind of ridiculous to just be like, oh, it's you and you and you and you. And that's why I felt really bad singling out Duncan Robinson this game. I didn't want to have to do that. I want to still believe that this team has enough talent to really compete with everybody, but I just want to say it. I'm not saying it. I just want to say it. I really do. I really want to say it, but I'm not. I can't say it. Can't say it. Not with what we've seen. This is disconcerting, man, because, what are we going to do? I mean, we're going to end up fucking, that's it. It's like this is going to be one of these fucking seasons that it's going to go nowhere, dude. And then ultimately we'll have to just kind of do a drastic change of the roster at the end of the season. And I'd rather do that now, man. I'd rather do whatever we got to do now. But we ain't like that. This team ain't like that. This team is not the kind of team that'll make a decision like that. This team will not do that. It's unfortunate. I don't know. Hopefully next game will be more exciting and, we'll win and then we'll come out of that and we'll be like, look, we won. Everything is fine. Nothing to worry about. Blah, 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 blah. We beat a shitty team. But we're gonna need some big wins when we go on this next couple strip. Okay, hold on. Remember how we talked about the whole 7-game shit? Get back over here real quick. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, if this was a 7-game series, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the Suns. Okay? And that's the whole series, the 7 games. I am sorry. The fucking the volume went down. What the fuck just happened? Man, shit's all going crazy today. It's a fucking probably it's these what my dad would say is the sunspots and shit. And fucking sun waves are coming destroying everything. Solar waves, I don't know. Anyways, so we like I was saying, we have the 7 games. We do the 7-game bunches. Okay, so we have from the Magic all the way to the Suns. So it's Magic, Hornets, Pistons, Knicks, Wizards, Kings, Suns. That's 7 games that we have. And what we're gonna do is we gotta win 4 out of those 7, and we gotta be the first to win. We can't lose 4 games before we win 4 games out of 7, obviously, because then we lose the series. So right now, what are we? 2-2. Yeah, we're 2-2. So imagine we're playing a 7-game series and it's 2-2. So we gotta win this Wizards game. We're gonna go at Wizards. Gotta win this Wizards game, and then we'll be 3-2, and then we gotta beat the Kings, and then we'll be 4-2 and win the series, and then at that point you could toss up the fucking Suns. Suns is a toss up. You still want to win that Suns game, but if this were a 7-game series, we would have we get to 4 and we're done. We would have won this, and that's the really frustrating thing about the Heat. That they're doing that this whole 7-game bunch shit. But they're not beating the good teams. They're beating just the shitty teams. And in order to get really good at winning the 7-game series, you have to beat the good teams. And it can't just be just one of those games. No, you got to beat multiple good teams. I don't care about the Wizards. I want to beat the Kings. I want to beat the Suns. I want to beat the Nuggets. I want to beat the Timberwolves. Like, I could give 3 fucks about this Wizards game. The only reason it's going to be fun is because it's going to be in Mexico. And I got to imagine they're going to be all rooting for the Heat. And it's going to be an incredible intensity. All games in Mexico are always like that. Like in the NFL. And I think we've played in Mexico before. But it's against the Wizards. So what do you want me to do? The Kings, Suns, Nuggets, Timberwolves. Like this whole road trip that we're going to take. That shit's going to be the test. Even when the Kings come to play here, it's not going to be real because they're coming from Sacramento to play here. So, they're going to be tired and all this kind of shit. It's a really long flight. So if we lose that game, it says a lot. It's going to say just as much, if not more, about us than if we fly to the Suns and beat the Suns. Or lose to the Suns. I don't give a fuck that Kevin Durant's on the team. I don't care. No way. We've beaten Kevin Durant before. Jimmy seems like I don't want to say that he's lost a step. I don't want to say that he's old. I don't want to say that he's just not the good player anymore. I don't want to say any of those things. I don't want to say those things. But like Duncan Robinson, how long? What is our time? What is our window here? How long until we start to be like, okay, there's a problem? That's why I don't want to wait till then. I already know that there's a fucking problem. Because you look back and they haven't beaten anybody. And they just lost to the Knicks, who now have Karl Anthony Towns and was out there obviously making Bam look bad and uncomfortable. This is a problem. This is a problem because we're going to face other guys like him. Now we're going out west. Dude, this is a problem. We had a major problem with this team. This team is on the verge of an implosion. That's what's happening. We're on the verge, man. Spo can only beat the shitty teams now. He doesn't compete anymore with the fucking good coaches and shit like that. But somehow he gets like, oh yeah, Spo's a great coach. Spo is this, Spo is that. It's bullshit, man. This guy's riding against still the fucking the whole LeBron shit. And yeah, man, that was great, but that was already a long time ago. Yeah, you went to the finals with Jimmy in the bubble, and yeah, you went to the finals with Jimmy. But nothing came out of that, man. And nobody cares, man, when you don't win, bro. It's all about who wins that shit. You see, even Super agrees. This is like, yeah, we don't need to go through a period of like, what's going on? Are we sure? Maybe do you have to test this out? No, bro. Everybody here is a veteran. 6 years in. This is the 6th year of this team. We don't need to go through this like period of testing things out and who works better with the other one. No. We should be cohesive on all fronts with this team and every player. Everybody should be really functioning really well and at a high level. And we're not. We're not. Don't give me these wins against these shitty teams anymore. I don't want them. You can have that shit if you want. You can fucking roll around like a pig in shit for the next win against the Wizards. You can have that. You want that? You can have it. I don't give a shit. It's not what I want. I want something fucking good. I want a nice restaurant with a nice table, clean and shit. I want that. And good service. This is. There is no more to try and be like, oh man, tinker. I don't know what to tell you, man. You gotta make a move. I think that's the only thing that really fixes this team and elevates us, man, because it fucking wakes everybody up around them. Of like, oh shit, any one of us can go if we keep fucking around. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking, honestly, that's what the fucking Jets do, and they fucked everything up, dude. And I'm not looking to get rid of Jimmy Butler. I'm not looking to get rid of Bam. I'm not looking to get rid of Hero. I'm ready to get rid of fucking Duncan Robinson. Yeah, sure. But that guy should be really fucking great, man. He should be. And he's just in this stupid funk of not us being assertive, and it's just we're playing down to the competition. We let people in. We're not really a championship team. It seems we're not really even a really good playoff team. We're barely a playing team. Be real with yourself. Don't do this to yourself like I did for many years with the Jets. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from the mistakes of elders. Learn, bro. Like, you don't have to kill yourself and be like, oh man, this team is it. You don't have to do any of that. You don't. You really, really don't. You don't have to even wake up angry tomorrow that they lost, right? No, you don't. Say that for fucking the Dolphins or some shit, like I do for the Jets. Even in the Jets though, I'm carved out of wood, man. I've been carved out of wood for a decade already before this fucking last 2 years happened. These last 2 years have been just like, see, I told you. To Aaron Rodgers, and that's all these last 2 years have been. It hasn't been like, oh my god, it's the worst season ever. Nah, bro, I've experienced the worst season ever like 3 times. That's why I'm just like with the Heat. You know what? I was there when they won titles, man. Like, this ain't it. This ain't it, and I don't see this doing it unless it's like some miracle fucking run like they did last time. But nobody's respecting this team. No one's giving this fucking team a shot. No one is going to give this team a shot. Why should they? Why should they fear us? For what? We don't got anybody that's, Tyler Hero is the only motherfucker that's showing up. Let me tell you something. You want to know how this thing works? You want to know how we get out of this? Only way that we got out of this is everybody Tyler Hero averaging 30 and everyone else averaging 20. Bam's got to average 20. Butler's got to average 20. Like, Butler's got to. I knew that, I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to bet because of the stupid traffic. There was just an insane amount of fucking traffic. An insane amount of fucking traffic. Like, I got stuck. I was on 103rd and I was on the Palmetto, and then all the lanes were shut down because of whatever fucking reason. And I was about to come up against 103rd, so I was like, fuck it, let me take 103rd and then take 87th all the way south. Long ass fucking triple, fuck it, it'd be better than this crap. And I got off, and then I get on 87, and I was literally on to make a left onto 87th. It was like an hour. 20 like not even 20 blocks really, bro. Like it's 20 blocks, but like if there's no traffic and I get there in like not even a minute, bro. I'm not like speeding. It's just it's not that far. It's not that close, but it's not that far. It's not like that. To make a left, man, an hour, because the light that when it would come on to make people take a left, it was only going on for like 2 seconds. Middle of rush hour. Just an absolute fucking insanity, bro. And it's like, who is in charge of this shit? Like, who's in charge of the lights in Miami? Because that person needs to be fired just as fast as Duncan Robinson needs to be fucking cut. I'm serious, man, because it's an embarrassment to the city at how much traffic there is. And that shit happened, and I realized to myself, wow, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be fucked. Because there was one time, a long time ago, like almost 15 years ago, 10 years ago, when I was in my old apartment, I used to go out all the time for fucking Halloween and shit. I went out one time for Halloween to get stuff. And my guy's place was like on the other side of fucking town. So you have to take the Palmetto, the shit and all that stuff. And I'm fucking there in downtown Miami. And I was like, oh, you know what? Let me cut across fucking Bird Road and I'll get there. I'll get home faster because I'll cut across and I'm not going to stay on the fucking highway because everybody's on the highway because it was Halloween and everybody was trying to get out. I get out. Man, I was stuck cutting through Coral Gables, man, for like 3 hours. And it was the worst experience ever because I totally missed all the fucking, like, I got home and it was already like 11:30 fucking of Halloween. And it was like, it totally sucked. And I'm like, I smelled that shit today. And I was like, oh, man, tomorrow, do not go out. And tomorrow, I'm not going to go out. No way. I highly recommend, if you're going out tomorrow in Miami, do not. Like, if you said to yourself, you know what, let's go out and check out, like, the mall. Let's check out this thing. Let's go out and say, you know what? No. Stay home, trick-or-treat around the neighborhood. Stay home and trick-or-treat around your neighborhood. Go outside with your kids or with your friends or with your family. Put on some silly costume and just go walk around the neighborhood, man. Walk around the neighborhood, get to know your neighbors. Just go like, in the 3-4 houses in, and just around that area. Right on your block. Just go up and down your street. Don't go fucking into other people's streets. Don't go around fucking like 2 miles down or anything like that. No. Just go down, up and down your street. That's it. Don't get in a car tomorrow. Please, for the love of God, don't get in a car tomorrow. There's too many people on the road. It's too many right now in Miami. It is a real fucking problem. It's a real problem. And I'm sorry. I ain't going out fucking tomorrow for Halloween. Fuck that, man. You go out and it's always a problem. Either traffic, the people, or the cops. Take your pick. Who do you want to deal with? Or the parking. The fact that you open the door and you've already spent $60. You haven't even gone anywhere and you already spent $60. You're already $60 in the hole. $120 if it's on a holiday. No, thank you. I'm going to leave you with that, apologies for the earlier show because I started it and I was about to start going, but then as I'm about to post the link of the show, my account on Instagram got suspended. My studiomogura account got suspended right as I'm about to go on the show. And I'm about to post, come and check out the show, we're live. I was about to post that and then gave me the notice. Boom, your account has been suspended. The only thing that I had posted previously was I had posted a link to Amazon to buy the book. I don't attack people on the site. I don't call people fucking assholes. I have actually tried to make a really conscious effort of not being mean on this site. Because I was like, I didn't give a fuck on Twitter. On Twitter, I'll call you a fucking whatever the fuck I want. Because I already gotten stupid fucking shadow banned like a bunch of times where they limit your account and all this crap. That happened already so many times that it killed my account. I realized that. That when going on Threads, you realize, oh, wow, people are seeing my shit. And on Twitter, nobody was seeing anything because once you get put into that Twitter jail back in the day, they never released you out of that, and no one ever saw your account at that point. At that point, you're better off shutting down your fucking account and just starting a new one, because you're not gonna, once they limit you, like you never crawl out of that. And I didn't realize that until I got to Threads. And I've been very politically vocal in the last couple of weeks. I mean, obviously, why? I've always been very vocal politically. I could be harsh, I could be cutthroat, but I've made a conscious effort for Threads. You know what? I'm trying to be assertive and be like this, but also be telling people I'm not being an asshole to you. I'm just trying to be like, this is my position and this is the position that I'm gonna stand. And I'm not trying to step over you. I'm not trying to this, but this is my point. I'm not trying to argue with people. I'm not really trying to debate people on Threads even. I like to talk with people and discuss and critique their shit, critique my shit. I don't know, like just get into like a discussion. But I'm not here to take it. To once my opinion's out, that's it. And I haven't fucking done anything that's crazy, insane, call people some like horrible shit. The only people that be fucking calling horrible fucking people are fucking the Nazi motherfuckers, and that's about it. And go ahead, limit my account because I call the freaking, crazy ass like Nazi people, crazy ass Nazi people. And so the account gets suspended. And I'm scrambling. I'm like, shit, I gotta fucking fix this, or I gotta fucking send the fucking thing to get it, to appeal it. And I'm like, fuck, how long is that gonna take? And I'm already thinking that that's it. I'm not gonna be on Instagram or Threads for like, for like forever. That's it, because it's gonna take forever to fucking get the appeal and it's all this shit. And it's like, it totally sucked, man. It was a horrible thing to feel because I felt like, wow, that's it, and worst, the book is coming out tomorrow. So for this to happen right before the book comes out, my God, that sucks. No, that would have killed me. But then I go and they make you verify your identity. They make you, oh, check this is you, and answer this email, and answer this number, and enter this thing, and your text, and your phone. And then eventually they were like, oh, yeah, we found that you weren't doing spam. Your account has been reinstated. Have a nice day. And it's like, dude, but you made me like feel like fucking horrible for like this. Even if it was like for a little bit, like, and you resolved it, still it was fucking shitty to go through that. And that, in the end, it felt more like, oh, they did that shit on purpose so they can cop my fucking phone number. Or verify my fucking email skill. I don't know, dude. It felt nefarious. It didn't feel like, oh, that's the reason. The reason why they actually did this because they thought you were a boss. No. It just felt like they were either fucking with me or they wanted some shit from me. And it's like, I'm so tired of social media and that. I don't want to fucking go and change and have to sign up for a new site and build a fucking audience again and all this shit. Threads is Threads is the last time that I'm going to do this shit. Once Threads dies, if Instagram dies, if Meta dies and all that shit, that's it. I'm done, bro. I ain't going to fucking open up another goddamn social media shit. I don't give a fuck what website, what app. I don't care anymore, dude. Like, to me, this is the last breath of social media. Threads is the last fucking breath of social media. After Threads, that's it. There's no more. You're trying to do Blue Sky, you're trying to do Mastodon, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do your face, you're trying to, I don't give a fuck. None of those other shits are going to work. The only reason why Threads has worked out is because they already have people locked in with Facebook and with Instagram. With me with Instagram, because I don't have Facebook anymore. I refuse to have Facebook and Twitter. Fuck that. No, I'm not gonna have both. So I didn't like where Facebook was going, so I went to Twitter, and then after this fuck face bought it, then I came to fucking Threads as soon as they opened up Threads. And I like it here. I like Threads, man. I don't like using Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I go on Instagram and I watch the fuck. You get lost watching the reels and you're just sharing the reels. You waste so much time just watching reels on Instagram. It's just like TikTok. You just waste so much time on that shit. Oof, my God. It's really gross how much time gets wasted on TikTok. Like how much especially and Instagram. Whoa, really gross. And I don't want to do it. it's already hard enough to like do it, to make fucking little videos for Cultura, to make videos for studio, to make this and that. It's hard. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's a lot. It's a lot because I want to do more time creating. I'm trying to get back into the animation, and it's just so hard, man. I'll bring it up and I'll just look at it and stare at it and just be embarrassed by it. And I'll call myself stupid. I'll call myself that I'm a terrible artist. I'll tell myself that I don't know what I'm doing. It's just dumb. You should just hire somebody. You should just do this. You need to go back and you need to learn everything from scratch. And I'll never get anything done. It sucks. Part of me that's looking for fucking like funding wants the funding because, if I have the funding, then I have to do that shit. Like, it's not about like, I don't feel like it. No. We're doing it until I bleed. Out my eyes. This was a tough game, man. I really wanted them to win this game. I really thought they were going to win this game. They had a handle in this game in the first half, and then, they shot all over themselves in the third. And I'm telling you, man, they proved to you who they were. You don't have to really examine this team anymore. You don't have to try and figure. You know who this team is exactly. I just told you all the games are going to win, all the games are going to lose. Go back. Tell me what record that is, and if that's a winning record, if that's a record that you think that we can get into the playoffs with, okay, then we'll be fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think so. Especially if Orlando's beating us, Cleveland's beating us, the Knicks are beating us. What good is a playing game anyways? Come on, let's be real. You get one more game in the season. I know it. We always get one more game, but that's like that is. I am tired of that. I don't want to just be like, oh, give us one more game. Give us one more game. I don't want that anymore. I want like, okay, we're on a fucking mission, head-on collision. Everybody knows it. We're fucking going out there, and we're gonna be the ones to fucking meet up with the Celtics again because we got business with them. Before we used to have business with Milwaukee, and then we wiped that slate clean. We're done with that shit. I don't even want to fucking deal with that anymore. Right now, it's just us in Boston. And Boston doesn't even notice this anymore because they're like, oh, look, the Knicks, they have kind of a good team. And Boston's way more attracted to the New York Knicks. Boston, New York is way more stronger than New York in Miami or Boston, Miami. Networks love that more. The NBA wants that more than Miami. We have to show people that we are not to be taken lightly. And right now, that's all I can do is take this team lightly. That's all I can do. You have to. You cannot allow this. You cannot allow this team to lull you into this sense of security, thinking that, oh yeah, everything is it's fine. It's cool. No. We're just gonna go through the same routine again. I don't want to do the same thing. I want to either show that we're better. I want to show that, okay, we got a handle on things, but we still don't have a win since like last year. That was good. Before the All-Star break, which was the win against Milwaukee, if I remember correctly. Because we didn't have like a really great win after. Beating the Knicks is not, to me, something like a really great win. Got to beat Boston at Boston. We got to beat Boston in Miami. And right now, we are not a good home court team. There's something wrong. Hay que hacer un trabajo ahí. Llama a mi abuela que va para allá y vamos a hacer un trabajo. No sé. Let's call somebody. Because that shit is a problem. We'll be back here Saturday, I think. Right? This shit's late. It's 8:30. Ugh. It's going to be a late one. So hopefully, I survive. You'll probably get late Cultura for that. But either way, man, I mean, there's no reason to kind of flip the fuck out. There's just the only reason you need to know is this is who we are. And it's a good thing that we figured ourselves out. Okay, look, this is where we're at for sure. We're not anywhere up there. We're not anywhere. We're like at the bottom barrel. And we need to work a million times harder to get better. We have to get better. This team has to get better. This team has to get so much fucking better that it does seem fucking impossible. So, I don't know. Don't freak out, man. Just freak out.